So it is Wednesday, April 21st, and I have been pretty mum about all this that I'm going to be sharing with you today. Yesterday, David and I signed the closing papers on our second piece of property, and it is in Pilot Mound. We have lovingly named it Sadie's Hill, honoring a friend of ours that we met about a year ago. He lives in Fraser, and it was his great-grandmother's property originally, and her name was Sadie, and so we call it Sadie's Hill. And it just fit. It's a beautiful piece of property if you can see past the amount of garbage that is out here, and that is what we are out here today for. I'm probably going to be doing this in segments just so that you can have a better view of what's out here. But there's piles and piles. There's one of garbage and old buildings. Most of the buildings are staying for the time being, but there's a lot to go through. And we have hired a gentleman down, he's down in Des Moines. His name is Jermaine, and we are waiting for him to show up. And he says that this place will be spick and span when he is all done. So we are kind of going through a little bit of stuff. Both David and I are a little bit, I don't know that we call ourselves junkers, but we do like to reuse materials if possible, and to also preserve the history of this place. We want to reincorporate as much as possible. But this is the garage behind me. You can kind of see it is just stacked to the ceiling with stuff, and there is just garbage laying all over the place here. I can kind of give you a little idea. So there's a lot of work to do here, which is why we have hired somebody to come out and kind of do the bulk of the work to clean this place up for us so we can have a clean start. I'll kind of take you into the house here. This area that I just stepped into is an add-on. Not sure when it was added on. I think it was the late 70s, early 80s. But, I mean, you can just kind of look around and see it's not pretty right now. But there is a beautiful view out that south-facing window. So we'll probably end up tearing this section off and rebuilding it. We have kind of a cool vision on how we want this house to look and how it transitions. So I'm walking into the kitchen. Part of the ceiling is been tore down. Somebody at some point had a vision on what they wanted to do here, and either lost momentum, lost finances, something prevented them from continuing what they had dreamed of doing with this place. But I mean, there's just, this place is just full. And this is the back porch here that we're going to reopen and probably just screen in so that we have this view to the south of us, which is honestly what sold me on this place. It's going to be breathtaking when we get it all cleared out and those sight lines are all opened up. I am so excited to get all that cleared out of here. And this is the living room, walking in. So it's it's kind of scary. And yes, I will say I'm a crazy person for taking this on. So now I have basically two houses that were gotten down, and one's with Tim, and now I got this one with David that I'm going to be participating in and helping. But there is some floor issues. It really slopes quite a bit there, and we went down in I call it a cellar because it's a dirt floor and it's tiny. It's only the size of the living room. And at some point somebody had put in a furnace down there, but they cut off the floor joists to fit the furnace in, and then they built a 2x4 framed sort of box around that furnace, and then they attached 2x4s to those hanging floor joists, which are 2x10s, and then nailed them into this little flimsy 2x4 frame around the furnace. So it's not holding the floor. So things are kind of sloping, but the foundation is in great shape. So I am confident that we will be able to, jack that up, get that back where it needs to be. Now I'm going to walk into this. It was their back porch. They were trying to put in a bathroom. I think if they were going to make it their utility room. It's scary in here. It was really tore out. Somebody completely stripped all the wiring. So we've got to bring all of that back in. So we got a fairly new water heater there, but most of it's just unusable. Open the door here. And then someone did this really funky toilet idea. Oh, this door doesn't want to stay open. Let's see if I can get you. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I mean, they literally built a throne for the toilet. Obviously for plumbing issues, I don't know. And then this is the stairs that goes up. The railing has all been taken off. The stairs are stable though. I mean, they're not flimsy. I don't feel insecure walking up them. And then right up at the top of the stairs goes right into a bedroom. And again, so much garbage. And everything is just piled into these rooms. So this back wall here has 2 closet doors. It's one big closet. We're actually going to take those out and put windows facing that direction, which may then allow us to eliminate this funky, weird, low one just because the ceilings slope down. And so it'll just open the space up more, make it feel like it's as tall as it is. And we're going to probably then open up this wall here so that we can create a walk-in closet for this bedroom. It's a good-sized bedroom. There's nothing wrong with it. So it's very usable. And this is the second bedroom. This one's in a little bit better shape, but at one point there's wire mesh on this door. Somebody had, pets, small animals, did not clean up after them. Inside of the closet is nasty. We're going to open that all up as well. We're actually going to recenter these windows because they're not centered in the room. They're not centered on the outside of the house, so it looks kind of funky. And we're going to bump this wall back about 6 inches just because the hallway out here is pretty narrow. There's not a lot of space to walk. So just to give us a little more elbow room. And then we walk into this bathroom. Obviously used to be a bedroom. It is huge. And somebody had a vision. Somebody was really wanting to make it look nice. They had started tiling in here. And they did a nice job. I mean, their vision would have been really nice when they finished. But their tools and everything are still just sitting here. So I got a bucket of their tools and their tile that they had cut up and were using. So we're going to take half of this bathroom, probably build a wall next to the window here and bring it all the way across. And that whole section then will be the walk-in closet for the other bedroom. And then the rest of this will be the bathroom. And so we'll completely reconfigure it and make it more livable and beautiful. But I am so excited to take on this project and kind of put both my vision and David's vision together. We both have different ideas of our design styles, but I think that we can marry them together and it will be just an incredible space. So definitely stay tuned. Once the cleanup is all done, I'll do another quick video and kind of walk you around the property a little bit more to show you what all is here. But I didn't want to continue talking on one video all at once because this one's already almost 10 minutes long. So stay tuned, stick with us, and enjoy the ride with us.